Hi, Kiwi. All right, we are back at Hades, and I am going to beat 32 heat. If you're seeing this, then know that I've beaten it. But it's like what they said in Celeste. We get attached to the struggle, and I need this win. I want this win, and I'm going to get this win. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove forced overtime and take a bunch of other levels of other things and deal with the consequences of that. But I know I can beat this with this weapon. This is my weapon, and I know
I'm asking for it.
I can do this. And not to mention, I am home. I finally got to see you again. I got a hug that I haven't had in weeks.
What did I miss since last time? Anything of interest? You'll have to fill me in once you break free, dearest.
And I am feeling so much more myself than I was before. So we're going to take the weapon that I know the best, and we're going to win. We're going to do this. I'm going to prove to myself
Going in.
that I may have been burnt out, I may have been homesick, I may have been lonely. But I haven't stopped being myself. Alright, for the next 4 encounters, your special causes you to take 4 damage, but your dash strike deals 60% more damage. We're constantly going to be dealing dash strikes, so I'm going to take that. And we'll take the key here just for the reroll it offers in case I go hunting for any particular boon. Now, locking myself out of the special on the aspect of Rama is a little bit rough, because we're using it to break the damage control shield that the enemies get, but things still die relatively quickly here, so that's fine. Just means I need to do a non-charged attack first and then go from there. And I'm pretty good at dash attacking as you can see already, so charge this up, just try and hit as many things as we can. Of course, the auto-targeting system kind of messes up the shot a little bit sometimes. As long as we get it back before the bosses, we should be fine. Not a fan of having an enemy with 3 shields on it that I have to hit every single one just to be able to damage its base HP. Excellent, we're getting Dionysus really early, which is what we want, because my typical build for this is a stack of Dionysus on the special, helps deal with damage control very easily. And then Aphrodite's attack is really where most of my damage comes from. Then honestly after that, Athena just for survivability with her dash and her call perhaps, and this build is set. Like, all I really need to pop off on this build is some good hammers after that point, and there's not much more I can ask for, honestly. I am feeling a pretty significant time loss though with not using the special, so I may start using it just to speed things along, accepting that it's going to cause me some increased damage, but knowing that I don't really care about that since I'm running Stubborn Defiance.
I heard you got to Orpheus. He's got this whole entire ballad now about how you are really me, or maybe it's the other way around. I have no idea. Here.
He's so happy about what we did to him. Alright, well, in typical fashion, we're not offered his special, but the fact that Dionysus is in the pool means we'll be seeing him soon enough. So I'm going to take Strong Drink. That'll heal us up pretty well in between floors, which is always welcome. More HP is always welcome. Alright. Unfortunately, we're getting a lot of rooms that have the weaker multiple enemies, which are not what I'd like to see. I'd favor singular, stronger enemies, because those are a lot easier to deal with this current penalty from the Chaos debuff. But it's fine. We'll be getting it in 2 more rooms, and it should wear off before we see the floor boss. So I should be fine. I know I am prone to throwing the run with Chaos Boons, though, so we'll have to see what happens. Or just dashing into traps, that's also kind of a propensity of mine. A lot of enemies, too. Oh, you know what? It's because I took Jury Summons. I took all the levels of Jury Summons, so of course we're going to have some difficulty there.
Darkness.
Alright, nothing here that I can afford or particularly want. Pomegranate on the attack sounds pretty solid, so we'll go for that. Okay, this is a room where I feel like I need to use my special just because I am so prone to taking damage against these enemies that the sooner they are dead, the better. And again, I don't really care if I use my Stubborn Defiance because I will heal it back. Especially since we got Strong Drink. now I'll be a little bit more careful. So we need to take out these skull spawners. And then we can just take out the residual skulls afterwards. There we go. Not the best, but not the worst. And 20% increased damage on our attack, always welcome. Zeus. Zeus or shop? I think I take the shop because I'm not making the best time on this run. And the shop is a guaranteed no fighting room. Give us something good.
I got a skill scion.
Skill scion. Alright, let's see. Oh, and there's our first hammer. So we're looking for double shot, triple shot, explosion shot. Those are all really good boons to get with this sort of build. Oh, and I think, okay, we popped the chaos, or the chaos debuff has worn off. So we can start playing Rama properly now. Which is great. Very welcome to see that again. Or very happy to see that having run its course. Yeah, the thing about jury summons is it makes tight deadline a lot trickier to clear on slower weapons or builds that take a fair bit to ramp up. Let's see, triple shot, power shot. I think we'll start with triple shot because that's just such a strong boon. And Demeter's showing up. We can take her on the special if we don't, if she... Like, I'll gladly take Demeter on the special, that's fine. Again, it's not as good damage on... Oh my goodness, look at what Rama does in this game, I swear.
Cold comfort for your terrible predicament, young Zagreus, but I am here.
Triple shot is just so ridiculously powerful with Rama once you've stacked up its special. And of course she doesn't offer us a special either. What if I don't want any of these? What if I genuinely do not want any of these? Does your attack give me more than... It gives me 3% more than Aphrodite's attack, and we might be able to upgrade that if we run into Eurydice, so I don't think I want to take that. This isn't... I'm not really using my rerolls for anything, so let's see if I can enroll her special. There we go. That's more it. More like it. Alright, so your special is stronger and inflicts chill. Now we can reliably get status privilege, which is a 40% damage increase. I think we're... That's much better. But yeah, Rama with triple shot, not only is the base damage just kind of wild, but the AoE potential is even wilder, I would argue. Because, I mean, do I need to explain it? Just see what we're doing. Our range and our AoE is ridiculously huge. Let's go for Sisyphus, because we've got some narrative to progress with him. We just unlocked his, we just ended his contract.
I have good news, sir. I located the contract binding you and bought it out. It's null and void. You're free to go.
Oh, indeed. Then does this mean, Prince, then the Fury sisters, they won't come around as often anymore?
Not just that, Sisyphus. You can make your way someplace else where other decent shades reside. You know, somewhere with fewer chains and torture devices and such.
You're much too kind to this old soul, Prince Zed. The thing is, this is home. For me and Boldy, it is what it is. Though, knowing that the Furies won't be visiting with quite their former regularity, that is a load off. Heavier than Boldy there.
You mean you're really going to stay, even though you don't have to?
Sometimes you just get used to where you're living.
Is that so odd, Highness? Don't see myself lugging old Boldy out of here besides. And if I were to leave, why, we would not be having these exchanges now and then. I happen to enjoy them quite a bit. Now, here you go, and thank you very much.
I wonder if when Zagreus finally tires of his toil through the plot of this game, if you will, if Sisyphus would move. Probably obviously he would bring Boldy along for the rock, did I just say for the rock? I meant to say for the walk or the ride. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We're going to take the coin here since we're trying to stack up every possible benefit to win this run. But we're of course going to give Boldy a nectar as well.
My friend company.
Sisyphus is a good soul, and so is Boldy. Let's see, you believe in Boldy and Boldy believes in you. Move speed plus 3%. And cool, we're going to still get the palm, so I can put another stack on the attack, which should hopefully help us a fair bit with getting the damage that a low quality, low rarity attack will provide. I mean, it's still 70% more damage, which is higher than most average attack boons. But you saw Demeter, whose attack isn't very good, when it's increased rarity, gives 73% increased damage. So it's, oh my goodness, there are so many bombs. Hold on. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, where are the things that I need to kill? There you are. There we go. Alright, another 14% damage on the attack. Always welcome. Ares. I have no interest in Ares on this build. We'll take the shop. Although I guess I could have taken Ares to sell him, so maybe that was a mistake. Yeah, I should have just taken Ares to sell, because we've already got all the gods I care about on this run. So, oh well. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I want Athena.
Fury sisters.
Ready, Alerto. What have you done with the pact, Zacharias? This isn't even Asphodel, and I can barely tolerate the heat. Do you really want to die this terribly?
Appreciate all the concern, but I just thought I'd live a little, Meg. You ought to try it for yourself sometime.
You want to try watching your mouth. You want a swift and painful death, you'll have one momentarily.
So the nice thing about the special here is I stack up chill on enemies really fast, which means I just very easily can avoid damage, because even with forced overtime not on top of... Oops, well, hold on one second. I'm talking about not taking damage, but I sure did run into that one. So I'm remembering to put my Bloodstone in her, because I still have that passive from the mirror that makes me deal more damage based on having an enemy carrying a Bloodstone. Ouch, I ran into the trap. Yeah, that's fine. We'll pop Stubborn Defiance just to heal. Is my excuse. It's not really what happened there, but it's fine. She's dead now. Omae wa mo shinderu. How bad is my American accent in the random bits of Japanese that I pop out? It's probably pretty terrible, and I mean, I barely know any Japanese, so what am I gonna do? Alright.
Is Tartarus some sort of joke to you?
So I do think I'll take Athena's keepsake for the sake of getting her dash or her call, which will just increase our survivability pretty substantially. And I'm going to give up Strong Drink. It's only given us 3% more damage, and I don't want to give up the other two, and I don't have any rerolls to get better things. So that was the instance where, again, I probably should have gone for Ares, because I could have sold him off and not had to worry about giving up something that I actually wanted to keep. We've been fairly barren with the god boons that have been offered to us this run so far.
Asphodel Meadows.
Oh, wait.
I dare you whenever to get me out of here.
But either way, again, really, I already have everything I need on this build. I have a special that inflicts a curse, I have an attack that inflicts a curse, and it's also Aphrodite's attack, which is the highest base damage attack in the game, so I enjoy using it. Plus, it gives us a pretty strong... We have a very safe build, because everything is going to be slow and dealing, I think, 30% reduced damage to us, because of how the weak curse that Aphrodite can inflict works. Couldn't even see the other enemy. He was off screen and we killed him because of how Rama's damage sharing works. Alright, Hermes versus Athena. I actually think I take Hermes here because we will still see Athena later. But Hermes is a bit rarer and his boons are really potent for either increasing our damage or our survivability.
Looks like we've got an urgent work-related matter to attend to.
Alright, and perfect. Than will give us some extra survivability as well, because I'm going to easily outcompete him here. I mean, if the enemies actually show up, I'll outcompete him. We don't have the best enemy types for this, but we'll make it work. Yeah, like, look at our damage. Our damage is so darn strong already, and we're only at the start of the run, realistically speaking.
Expecting someone else there, boss? A certain half-sister of mine, perchance? Well, tough break. I got here first. Want one of these or not?
Yeah, I want one of these. Alright, let's see. We'll take after you dash, become sturdy, and move 100% faster, because that will give us some even further better survivability. 30% damage reduction, always welcome.
There, huh? I have to admit, you're not as bad at all of this as I expected. First I found you, I was certain that you had no chance at all.
I seem to have this whole easy to underestimate thing about me based on a decent sum of my relationships. In any case, I always welcome your appearances out here. I know it's not been easy for you, Then.
Zagreus really does have that kind of appearance, doesn't he?
That's fair as an assessment, I would say. But then again, it's never been an easy time for me. I know I have to do my job, but I don't have to keep on helping you like this.
What, you're telling me this is it? You're just going to leave me to my own devices then? I've proved myself to you, something like that?
No, he's telling you he loves you.
No, you deadbeat, I'm telling you the opposite. Why do you think I keep on showing up? You may not really need me, Zagreus, but I will take these opportunities to help. I take it that's alright. Sorry, I clicked out of that.
Kiwi of the present has come to join me. Alright, let's see. Do I want HP or a shop? I'll take the HP here. I think this is the end shot, which means we'll be fighting against Lurny in a moment. Or maybe not. Maybe it is the mid shop. I don't know. Actually, now I know for a fact it was the mid shop, but I want to stack up some survivability. I think that'll go a long way to keeping this alive run. This alive, rather. This alive run, Kiwi. This alive run. But yeah, once Rama gets going, the only thing that stops this run from happening is if I play poorly against Hades, and this run has already gotten to the point where that's about all I have to worry about. But who knows? We know my confidence often... Ooh, that was fancy. Killed 3 enemies with 3 separate shots. All right. There's really nothing else I want from Aphrodite, so we'll go for Athena here and hope for her dash or her call. We're gonna get an upgraded rarity, so because we're fighting a mini boss here. Ah, yes, my favorite mini boss even. But honestly, she'll be pretty easy to deal with because I can do this and look at her HP just disappear. And there she goes, and now we just have the rock head to deal with. Oh, that's not good. I'm not sure how the auto-targeting system that insists on hitting enemies from so far away missed that, but insists on firing things that aren't even nearby. That's a little annoying. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Big enemies like that get popped.
Suffered many wounds, but shall not perish imminently, cousin. Not if I have anything to say about it.
Thanks for saying about it, Athena. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take her call. Ooh, 1.8 second duration, 6 times duration if we get her fully charged. Oop. Well, I almost killed myself in the lava.
From the magma fishes. I got one. Slavog.
Every time we catch a Slavog, my brain just immediately goes, I like Slugmas. And thank you, brain, you're helpful. I do think I'm probably going to start playing Pokemon on the channel soon. I've been feeling nostalgic and in desperate need of something a little bit more casual than the endless 32 heat grind that I've set myself up for. Alright, where are the enemies? This is a weird room. They're spawning in like one by one. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Okay. That was a really short room, wow. Alright, let's see. Dionysus, a pomegranate, or coin. Well, because we got Demeter's special, I really don't care at all about Dionysus anymore, so I guess we'll just go for the Pom and try to get more damage on the attack. It'll only be like 5%, so it's not going to be amazing, but more damage is more damage, and as you can see, more damage is fun? I don't know, man. I just want to win this run. I've been struggling so hard on these 32 heat challenges. It'll feel good to finally have the closure that I need for that. The 2 closures I needed, getting home to Kiwi and winning 32 heat. That's all I need right now. And then I'm gonna just be a complete potato today with Kiwi, plus or minus some adulting tasks. I guess we probably need to get groceries because I have to, the grocery store isn't in the shortest distance from the house, and Kiwi cannot drive for various reasons. So he's not starving, but we do need pasta. Pasta is important. All right, another Hermes boon.
In the name of Hades.
Let's see. An extra dash? Heck yeah. Gonna pop my Stubborn Defiance here so that we have more than 3 HP going into Lurny. And let's go ahead and beat up those, that Bone Hydra. Yeah, I definitely...
Lernie, hiss once if you think you're going to lose.
Like, despite the fact that I drove overnight again, which means I was traveling at, like... What was it? I left home... Or I left my parents' house to come home at, like, 3 in the morning. And drove for 4 hours. But again, that 4-hour drive is so much preferable to the 6-hour drive it normally is when it's during the daytime. Just for the sake of my back and my sanity and my safety, honestly. Like, people are scary on the road, I swear. I had someone that went just diving in and out of other people on the road, even overnight. Like, I mean, I'm driving through a populated enough area that you'll see people, a fair number of people driving through the highways, even overnight at that sort of hour. And this guy was probably not drunk, but my goodness, was he driving super dangerously. And I just... People are scary on the roads, man. They have no care for what might happen to themselves or others with their reckless behavior. All right, look at Lernie's HP just being deleted. Goodbye, Lernie. I didn't even take damage. That was a really clean Lernie. I'm pretty happy with that.
Heads down.
Heads down, I agree. All right. So we got Athena's call. We did not get her dash, but now she's in the pool, so she will show up eventually. I think
Enough heat for now, I presume.
I think at this point it doesn't really matter what I take, so maybe I just take the Palm Blossom to eke out a little bit extra damage on the attack by RNG. And a little on the special doesn't hurt either. It's not like the core of my damage, but it does do some damage, so it's not bad. I will honestly take the free gold here.
Oh, I'm rich.
And we have to purge something. I really don't want to give up any of these boons, so I'm going to try and re-roll here and hope for something better to sell. That's objectively worse. This is unideal. I guess I give up the dash. I probably don't need it, but it would have been nice to have. Because I don't want to give up the attack. The attack gives too much extra damage, especially since we palmed it up a whole bunch. And the call, maybe the call was the right one to sell.
The Fields of Elysium.
But I do really like that extra safety net. Although it's kind of time gated by having to stack up enough God Gauge to make it happen. So maybe I should have sold the call, because the dash is just more consistent, I suppose. Because it'll always be a defensive option for me. I don't know. Hindsight. I think both were reasonable options, and I don't think there was a right call necessarily. Plus, we may end up running into Hermes again, and we might be able to get it back, whereas Athena's call isn't guaranteed. She has a lot more boons to pull from that she could choose to give us instead. Would you kindly? Oh, jeez. It respawned. Darn it. That was unideal. I don't know if there's like a tell that makes it clearer when the strong bows are going to use multiple shots instead of a singular shot. But I would love to recognize it if I could, because it's so frustrating trying to charge up an attack and then being told nope, nope, nope. Very frustrating indeed. Okay, here's our second potential hammer, where the way this build works may fundamentally change, or just make it even stronger. All bets are off until it happens. Did you hear the fear in my voice with that? Just being chased after by these, what are they, flame wheels, I think they're called? My goodness, I hate this enemy type. Oh, goodness. No. We're going to pop an egg at the end of this just to heal with Stubborn Defiance. By egg, I mean these little red spherical explodey orb things. I don't actually know what they are. I'm just going to call them eggs because they're basically just lava eggs. I'm going to go ahead and use Athena's call here just so that I can have a little bit of an extra safety and just face tank the explosions. Yeah, I think that was the right call. Oh, goodness. My goodness, I am feeling the jury summons in this room. This is not fun. Dash into that, but we didn't get hit. Never punished. All right, point blank shot. Okay, Kiwi, this one is hilarious. Point blank shot with triple shot is ridiculous on large enemies. Say, for example, Hades. We'll slow him down with a... Oh, do I want the Chaos Gate here? I think I do. Okay, so let's pop this egg and take the damage. And then I am going to go for this Chaos Gate and hopefully get an attack up. And also hopefully not throw the run. But we know how good I am at potentially throwing a run. But let's see what we get. Your attack deals 70% more damage. Holy schmear. We can't use our special again, but it's worth it. If we get this boon, our damage potential with triple shot and... oh my goodness, that's kind of wild. Alright. Like, we have enough damage on the attack. The special increases our damage by 50% and makes us have better AoE, but we don't strictly need to use it with where we are in the run. So, honestly, it's gonna be pretty wild if I get it to work. And we're in a better spot than when we had this debuff previously because, unlike before, I'm hitting 3 times with my attack, so I can pop the blue shield as long as I'm close by pretty easily. I'm gonna try and safe spot these strongbows just because they can pretty quickly wipe my HP out, though. Alright, this will probably be the last one, unless Jury Summons is gonna be annoying. Let's see. Nope, that's it. Okay, cool. And we got it on our special, which isn't bad. Aphrodite versus Dionysus here. Like I said before, I don't think there's really much anything that I care about getting from Aphrodite at this point, so let's take Dionysus. We're fighting a mini-boss no matter what. I probably will use my special a little bit.
Tell me, short one, where is your own armored suit? I would prefer not to do battle against one who's ill-equipped.
Mysterious, I promise you I am very well equipped right now.
You know, my father keeps the dress code very strict down there in Tartarus. No armor in the house. Never tried the stuff.
Dress code. I too follow a code, and it's a code that strictly states I cannot let you pass without a fight.
I do wish I had reset my HP before coming into this room, because I'm kind of low, but... oh, goodbye HP. Okay, so I just need to play a little safe, but that's super doable. I'm not going to risk using my special too much here. Alright, close shot. So I'm not going to really benefit from close shot here because I need to kind of kite him around and not get hit by the spinning move because that thing chunks. But we're fine. Unless he gets really cheesy with his dash attack. Like, oh my goodness, 40 damage. Okay, that wasn't fair. Whoop, I had to pop Athena there because I was going to get hit. Alright, that's the thing about his charge attack. I haven't figured out the trick behind it. It's really frustrating because he turns on a dime and it's just kind of not fair. Like, what am I to do about that? Alright, so it's going to be a slower Asterius fight than usual, but need to play at least a little bit safe. Can you come a little bit closer? Ooh. Yeah, if I don't time that right, I'm just going to die. I'm keeping my distance because his attacks do come out fast enough that it's a bit of a problem, and I need to be able to react to his dashes. That I knew I could pull off because I could... oh goodness. Because I was using Athena's Call, so I got one big meat shot on him. I have to try and keep my distance because those shockwaves when he does his leap can come out really quickly. So I am fighting a relatively nerfed battle, and in part it's my own forgetfulness. Whoa, that one aimed for me. My goodness, I'm lucky that didn't hit me. Oh, I am 1 HP from death. Oh, that's spooky, Kiwi. Could you use your spin attack instead, my good sir? Or my good bull, or whatever you are. Oh, we hit him. We hit him from off screen. Oh boy, we survived with 1 HP. That was super spooky, Kiwi. Whew. Well, 1 HP is not 0. Alright. Do I take Strong Drink again?
Almost had me.
I probably take Strong Drink again, honestly. Drunken Dash is cool and all, but I'd rather get Athena's Dash if I could find it. Let's really, really, really hope that we have Patroclus showing up. Oh, right. Well, what? Kiwi, I hate these enemies so much. So, as it turns out, if you have 1 HP and you use the, and get hit by the Chaos penalty, he doesn't actually kill you, which is good to know, because we're just gonna kite these guys around. I am having a very slow Elysium run, but we've got time to spare and then some. I don't feel too bad about this, and again, once the Chaos debuff runs its course, I think we're more than fine. We're like ridiculously well off in terms of potential damage. And at the very least, I can slow these guys down to better kite them. Why are there so many? Oh, and now we've got splitters, which makes this fairly more difficult because now I don't have to just dodge the... I don't have to just dodge the flame wheels. I have to dodge everything else too. All right, I'm gonna pop Athena's cast just to kill the splitter. There we go. Okay, we're fine now. Or no, there's more spawning in, Kiwi. Oh my goodness, this room is a nightmare. All right, I can't, because I died, I used my Stubborn Defiance. I can't cheese these guys out with the special anymore, but it did let us clear a bunch of the room relatively safely, all things considered. And this should be the last one. Okay, there we go. What an awful room. All right, Patroclus. Okay, I don't think the trial is worth doing, honestly, because I don't stand to gain much from these two that will guarantee me something more than I already have. We still have one more room worth of debuff from Chaos, so I'll just try and kite these guys into walls so that they explode. Yeah, so the way they work is they always, once they start charging forward and they make their little squealing sounds, they will die if they crash into a wall. So, or into me, definitely into me as well. So that's the one, I guess, plus side, but I've always hated in roguelikes if there's like a kamikaze type enemy. There are some in The Binding of Isaac that I think you've seen me just like have awful times with. I'm like just screaming like, no, stay away, please. And it doesn't go well. So I just popped Athena's call there because I could. I figure may as well make my life a little bit easier. You know what? We're just gonna spam special. I'm at the point where it doesn't matter. I would really enjoy fewer rooms with non-stop chariots. Oh, good. Big chariots. Even better than small chariots. Kiwi. Kiwi, please help me. I hate these enemies so much. This is a room of awful. I don't think it's worse than the last room because there are gaps in the floor that I can kite them around to really easily like survive, but it still feels miserable. And it's a really slow room, all things considered, because I have to play so safe. Well, I dashed into that. Okay, thankfully I didn't get hit. I guess I didn't realize I was there until it was too late. Oh, I should have popped a egg and then picked up the HP. Oh well. I do need to reset here, so there we go. All right, do we get Patroclus? We do not. I guess I'll take Demeter here because we do need some fodder boons to potentially sell at the Pool of Purging. All right, we have officially gotten the Chaos boon, and look at our damage. Oh my goodness. We're like a single shot is doing at least 300 damage, or roughly 300 damage. That's wild.
Damn, he's recovered.
Like, we're gonna have so much damage going into the final boss. And I've always been of the perspective, having learned this from DFO, that the more damage you deal, the better your survivability is. A good offense is a good defense sort of mentality, because things can't kill you if you kill them first. That's a life lesson if there ever was one. Don't apply that though. Don't apply that life lesson, Kiwi. I do not condone murder unless... Oh my goodness, my HP just got shredded. Holy goodness. Okay, 1 second. You guys are not welcome anymore in this world. Get out of here. So that whole comment about making your problems easier with murder, or yeah, making your life easier with murder. Okay, I maybe no, I'm still not condoning murder. What am I saying? Okay, room's clear. We're fine. You heard nothing. All right. Whenever you cast damage foes around you and inflict chill, I really want Athena's dash. And Crystal Beam is whatever. I honestly don't want any of this. So I guess I'll just take Snowburst. It's not good. It doesn't do anything for me here, but it's fine. We'll take the shop here and hope that Athena shows up in it. And she does, so we'll buy her. And we got her dash. Excellent. Okay. On to the heroes, with less time than is ideal.
Mysterious. Let's vanquish this blackguard.
I got bad news for you, Theseus. You're about to have a real bad time. Alright, so we just kite Asterius out. Actually, honestly, I might just... Oh, I got hit by that. I need to stop dashing in front of Theseus, because that was avoidable damage. But look at our damage now. I'm just going to charge this up fully. Jeez, Asterius is already almost dead. Or we already phased Asterius. We are very strong. And I just keep the stacks of slowdown on him, or, well, chill. And there's very little he can do against us. It's funny, but I can also, like, DPS Theseus and just take Asterius out in the process. Oops. Well, that's my fault. I dashed into that. Oh, did we just... I think we phased Theseus. Uh-oh. And we killed Asterius, so we're fine. How about some fancy dodging there? Not a single hit from all of that, just dancing on Zeus's attack. What a clean finish. Alright. My shade? Alright. So we've got... the Palm Blossom did give us actually a fair couple stacks on our attack and special, which was awesome.
So withstood the finest of Elysium.
And one extra stack on our call is also quite nice. So I'm going to take Lucky Tooth here to guarantee my survivability as best as possible. And perfect. We're going to sell Snowburst, and now I have nothing to worry about. We've got everything we need. We did not see Patroclus, which is unideal, but that's okay. I think this is about as strong an entrance into Styx as we could hope for. We will see where things end up, though. All bets are off, like I said at the start of the run. My victory is entirely dependent on a good, clean Hades fight, and we have proven time and again that I can choke at any moment. And I mean, that's the nature of roguelikes. The higher the difficulty you go on them, the easier it is to choke, because like every little bit of decision making matters. We'll take the HP here and save our money for potentially buying that, what's his name, that Hermes boon? But not a big deal if we don't get him. There's really nothing left to gain from any of the gods. I have everything I could possibly want. I got 2 amazing hammers. I've got my attack and special where I want them to be, and we're running a really, all things considered, not the highest DPS potential build, but an extremely safe build with a surprisingly huge amount of DPS nonetheless. Like the little bit of DPS that Dionysus would have given really doesn't matter this late into the game, and just it's pretty funny just to see how slowed down enemies are by hitting them with the special, especially if I get all 10 stacks on them. Alright, so our first room is a bust, but that's fine. I don't enjoy the satyrs. They're another enemy type that just, their attack comes out so fast, especially if you have 4-star overtime going on them. So I guess one thing I should maybe not have to complain about in that regard is if I just stack up my chilled stacks, then they can't do anything. And it's funny, you can reflect their, if you reflect their poison attacks back at them, they do in fact get poisoned, which is quite nice. So I will do just that with my call. Oh goodness, those rats. That's a lot of rats. When I'm dealing with the satyrs are most annoying to deal with when they don't have armor, or when they do have armor rather, because they'll super armor, they don't get staggered, so they can still pretty easily get their attack off. It makes it very difficult to deal with when you're doing melee-based builds. Stubborn Defiance makes you impervious for longer and replenishes 1 use. I don't actually know, like it doesn't actually replenish a use if it's not in use. I don't know. We're gonna take, I think we'll take Exposed. My reflecting abilities will now expose enemies, making them take 50% increased backstab damage, which when they're slowed as badly as they will be with the Demeter special, I can pretty reliably get at least some number of back attacks, and if I pull that off against Hades, like just think about the damage potential there. I guess we'll take Demeter here, although I don't know what I want from her, but I don't think the other chambers do too much more benefit to me. Maybe the coin chamber just so I can afford the extra Hermes. Or honestly, at this point, I might just buy the Titan Blood, or if it was a diamond, the diamond, of course, but it's always one or the other. At this point in the game, I'm way more interested in seeing Titan Bloods in the end shop than the diamonds, because the diamonds don't really unlock anything that benefits me on the runs that would make it easier to farm those resources later, whereas the Titan Bloods unlock, let me strengthen my aspects, which, let's see, can I sell anything that I want here? No, I'm definitely not selling any of those, but I thought I could maybe chip out some extra coin for those things. Oh, there we go. All right, your cast, don't care, no. There we go. This is actually the one thing that I wanted the most from her. Killing freeze. When all foes are chill afflicted, they are 10% slower and decay, and take 20 damage every 0.5 seconds.
Oh, that's breast.
All right, Kiwi. This is the moment of truth. Do I finally get my closure, or do I choke like I usually do? Let's go ahead and buy some palms. Cool. 10% more damage on the attack, and 5% more damage on the attack. Excellent. So,
each violent countenance of Cerberus agrees the satyr sack must be destroyed.
it must be destroyed. All right. This is probably the best chance we've got. I've got 2 resurrections, 225 HP, and a really strong build. And I remembered to turn off forced overtime. I think I can do this. In fact, I know I can do this.
All right.
But I'm being confident, and we know what happens when I'm confident. Cheer me on, Kiwi.
The sea and air are very still this eve, though I suppose that is about to change.
I think it's going to get even colder, Hades, because let's just toss all those stacks on you. Reflect your projectiles. I see you. It does look like he might clear our chilled stacks if we... Oop. 1 second. Like, let's see how much this does. Oh, we phased him. Never mind. I can't find out. We did too much damage too quick. I am going to kill his enemies, or his allies, because I have found them to be a bit of a problem for me on a good day. Or a bad day. Alright. We have so many safety options. Like, this is like the safest run with like the most ridiculous DPS despite that. Like, I just get close range and I deal 600 damage to him like nothing. So I guess we'll really, if we get a laser pattern in the second phase, we're gonna have a lot of fun just watching him get absolutely melted by me just standing point blank and doing whatever the heck I want to him. Or honestly, maybe I just wait to stack up Athena's call all the way and then do exactly that. Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Nah. He was so slow that I could not time my dodge correctly. Like, I tried to dodge his attack, but that's phase 1 and we're still sitting really pretty. All right, stack up the slow. Oh, we're just gonna start with a laser. Whoop. All right, how much damage? 2,100 damage. All right, we've got him, Kiwi. In fact, we're just gonna pop this and be really cheesy. All right, well, he phased. Come on. I still have Athena's call going. That's ridiculous. And he died before the call ran out. That was so cheesy.
How did you accomplish this?
A lot of good RNG. And that's often how it goes with roguelites. RNG can really make or break a run, although I would say overall I played pretty darn well. But there we go.
You win, boy.
Zachary sounds unamused, but I am quite happy. Alright, Kiwi. We did it. 32 fear conquered. I have my closure. Let's do our house roundup and call it a day. And then I can go back to more casual playthrough.
Beyond this point lies such a horrifying fate that we had better speak no more of it for now.
Huh?
Taken by the sticks. Alright, Kiwi. Let's see what the house has to say about our resumption of win streak.
Counting that one as a victory.
It most certainly was a victory. Now the crazy thing to say is, let's do it again, but with the shield, or the rail.
Just come on in. You're on the list.
That would be the crazy thing to say. And I just said it, which is probably a problem.
Just giving you a nudge. Achilles, I've been meaning to ask you about the odd skeleton usually standing around in the courtyard. Old acquaintance of yours? A hireling, perhaps?
That one Skelly, was it? We only met when all this business of escape began. If I have a connection to him, I'm unaware. Does he claim to know me? Perhaps I slew him when we were alive.
I don't know that that's it. So neither of us has any idea where he's from or how he got there, huh? Can you think of any leads? Nyx doesn't seem to know him either.
Perhaps the gods of Olympus sent him to your aid? Their methods can be odd, and there are many who support you. Regardless, he does not appear to be your father's spy, if that is your concern.
Skelly is a friend who wants to be beaten up on the reg.
Not a concern, just a morbid curiosity.
Yeah, I agree. I never say on the reg. What was that? Alright, let's give her some ambrosia.
Ambrosia isn't only for the gods, you know, Dusa. It's for anyone we really care about. So, here, please enjoy this, or just add it to the lounger's stash, whatever suits you.
Oh, but you really mean that, huh? But you are the prince himself, and I'm just... Look, we both know I am just a floating monster head, and a custodian. I just don't understand. Why keep on being nice to me like this? I thought you'd never even talk to me.
You're so much more than what you said. I wish you could see that. If only everybody in this house had your spirit.
I don't know why, but particularly in this playthrough, and maybe it's because of where I am in life right now, but I have really been kind of sympathizing and connecting with Dusa, and so I'm glad that Zagreus is able to offer these little kindnesses and these very sweet words.
If only everybody in this house had yours, Prince Zagreus. You've been so kind to me, and I'm glad we've had a chance to get to know each other more. It's really nice sometimes, knowing somebody really cares about me here.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is nice to know that.
It should be more than sometimes that you feel that way as far as I'm concerned. I've never met anybody like you before. My father always told me not to smile quite as much, but you're like me.
What? Because I smile? Smiling's just a little something that I like to do to deal with the day. Though, oh, that's what you meant. I see. Look, this is kind of a lot. I had better go. I'll cherish the ambrosia though, okay?
She's panicking, which is fair.
So wait.
You wish to see me once again, my lord? It's been a while since I had an audience with you.
It has. The last time, what was it you said? That there must be some resolution to the matter, as you called it, with my son. Well, it is settled now. Isn't it, boy?
I mean, you're still trying just as hard as ever to prevent me from escaping past the threshold of your realm, so I don't know if I'd exactly call the matter settled, but it does feel different now.
And so you see, I would continue in our mutual good graces, if you please. This house can only function if the upper management is in accord. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
I say you honor me, my lord. I appreciate you telling me yourself, and I concur that for the good of all the underworld, it is imperative that each of us continue to perform at our full strength.
Then, as you were, dismissed.
It is nice to see as the story progresses, everyone starts kind of
Fine job, Thanatos.
reaching mutual understanding, agreement, and overall everyone gets along better.
These horrid things.
As mentioned before, much earlier in the playthrough, though, I have not seen the epilogue. I don't know what happens between. I mean, I know Greek mythology, but I don't know what happens between these Greek mythologies. But between these characters and the resolution with Persephone.
Your sisters really don't get along well, do you?
Like, I know in theory Persephone will start going upstairs, for lack of a better word, in what would be equated to the warmer months. But is that how it's going to play out here? I'm very curious.
Alecto and Tisiphone and I each have a different outlook, I would say. We've learned mostly to stay out of one another's way.
That doesn't sound like a healthy basis for a relationship between siblings.
Are you lecturing me about healthy relationships with family, Zagreus? Your family, your father's family, is the most broken and corrupted in the history of the entire concept.
That is pretty accurate, yeah.
Fair point. I didn't mean to sound like I had any meaningful advice there, Meg. We're stuck with our bloodlines and our relatives, aren't we?
Ooh, that's a little on the nose for what I've been talking about in the series lately. But let's not go into that right now.
Your family cut their Titan parents into pieces and then scattered them in Tartarus. Remember that when next you tell me about family.
She beat me to it. I was going to comment when she said our family is broken. I could say, yeah, metaphorically and quite literally if we're looking at the Titans. Oh well.
Should check the garden.
Hi, Mom.
Here, Mother. More bottled pleasant memories for you. I know you're glad you've long since left Olympus, but I'm glad you were there because the experience of it must have played no small part in making you who you are.
You know, the last bottle you gave me brought more pleasant memories than I expected. No telling just how many more of them I've tucked away. Say, would it be all right if I share this with your father?
I would actually like you to do that.
It is yours to do with as you please.
Almost sounded like a no to me.
No, I mean, yes, please share it with Father if he would be willing. I imagine what few pleasant memories he has are all of you.
Nonsense. There's also Cerberus. Present company excluded. Come on, son. Your father has a lot of work to do, but I'm absolutely certain that he has fond memories of you. Though I know that isn't reassuring coming from me.
Everything is somehow reassuring coming from you, Mother.
That's sweet.
This garden isn't quite the sight yours was back on the surface, is it, Mother?
On the contrary, Zagreus. It has its own unique charm, as each garden does. I was impressed it wasn't left entirely to rot after my absence.
It was totally off limits to me, though I guess Father must have taken care to maintain it as best he could.
He did, all right. Minus the part where you weren't allowed. Though, let's look after it from here, shall we?
Sounds good.
I would enjoy gardening, I think. It's not great for our backs and our knees, Kiwi and I, but maybe we can make like a hanging garden happen. I feel like that would be really sweet and fun.
Really?
End to torment. The son of the god of the dead shall make certain attempts to aid the shade of a crafty king, forced to toil eternally, hefting his boulder in Tartarus. Find a way.
Sisyphus is even freer than before.
Find a way to pardon Sisyphus and receive 4 ambrosia. A violent past, the son of the god of the dead shall someday harness the ancient aspects of the infernal arms. 6 diamonds for unlocking every single aspect in the game.
My weapons have revealed their hidden power.
Slashed benefits. The son of the god of the dead shall someday slay foes with each of the perks from the Pact of Punishments benefits package condition. Well, we did that.
I get the perks of getting to slay Father's forces.
Hooray, we did it. Okay, Kiwi. Oh, we just got all the achievements for the things we just unlocked.
Hey,
That's
I'm
fine.
back.
All right, Kiwi. I have gotten my closure, but let's say goodbye to Skelly first.
You want to fight me, boyo? Well, hop to it, stat.
Okay. Hop, hop, hop. All right. Kiwi, I'm doing it one more time. I'm getting it on the shield. Aspect of Chaos next time. We showed that Zeus doesn't really want to cooperate, so we're going to go with the Dionysus build. That's all I need. Or actually, here. Let's go with the Palm Blossom. Yeah, Palm Blossom. Kiwi, I can do this. Just you watch. One more run. One more 32 heat win. And the next one. I am home. I am with you. I am feeling so much more myself than I have in almost 2 weeks. And I'm showing it in my gameplay too, it seems. But with all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.
All that damage? That was nothing, pal.